Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ladi. For those of you who do not know me, I do crochet videos, market day vlogs, and a bunch of other stuff. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. We are doing a Q&A ending this year strong. I'm gonna try to have this video out to you guys before the new year, but if New Year already passed, Happy New Year. I am very appreciative for all of you guys. I can't believe we're going into 2025 soon, or are already there with 70,000 subscribers. I am in awe. Thank you guys so much for being here. This year, we are still on the road to 100K, so don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I'm going to get right into this video. I have a market day in Arizona coming up. That's going to be my first 3-day, the 24th, 25th, 26th. It's a balloon festival here in Arizona in Goodyear. I personally have never been, but I've heard from other vendor friends that they've been there and that you either do really, really well or you don't do well at all. So that's not very, comforting, but at least I'm going to take you guys with me. You guys know you'll be there for that. So a 3-day market means I have a lot of prepping to do. So I have all of these leggy froggy bodies that I need to stuff. So as I answer all these questions, that's what you guys are going to be seeing me do. I'm going to be stuffing some leggy froggies. And you guys, I asked questions on Instagram and you guys did not disappoint. So let's get right into this video. I bought another 20-pound box of polyfill. If you have never gotten one of these boxes, or if you do get them and you're always kind of annoyed, here's like a little tip and trick that I've learned. You take a 20-pound box, 10-pound box, whatever box of filling you have. I'm gonna bring you guys down so you guys can see this before. Don't mind the trash bag. You take a box cutter and you just cut out a box anywhere. Now, is this box the most aesthetic thing? No, but I also don't like it to just explode out. So you'll take a X-Acto knife or a box cutter, but be careful. You cut out a little box and then it ends up being a little window, and then you're able to pull out your polyfill like that. Because at least in the 20-pound bags, it comes with two 10-pound bags. So let's do that. I'm gonna do this side because I need to fill up these boxes, or these froggies. I think that's about good. And will it be perfect? Absolutely not. But at least, there we go. See? And now we have a little box, a little ball. I'm just gonna cut this one. And then I'll just have a little place I can grab polyfill from. Alright, so we're gonna get into the first question. The first question I received was, I just had a market that I barely paid back my table fee. Have you run into this? Yes. Not making my table fee back. I've ran into barely making my table fee back. And if you guys are new to crochet and are thinking about markets, a table fee, a booth fee, is basically the fee that you have to pay as a vendor. 1 second, I have to grab a little thing so I can sew this. I'm back. It's a fee that you have to pay to be at that market that you want to go to. So for instance, I've paid $110 for a booth. I have paid $175 for a booth. I am paying $500 for my booth in January, my 3-day market, which if you cut it up into 3 days, it's $175 per day, which is what I usually paid at my markets in Vegas. The most expensive market I've done recently was in Scottsdale here in Arizona. It was $275. I did make back my booth fee on that one, but to answer your question, yes, I have run into it. It's kind of the game of markets, is what I have to call it, is some days you're going to have an amazing time. Some days you're going to not make back anything. There's markets where I have paid that amount of money that I've told you guys, and then I don't make as much as I would have liked to. And then there's markets that I have had and that I paid $10, $95 to be at, and then I make thousands of dollars, or $1,000 around there. You know what I mean? So I guess for me, I would like to say, be prepared. Don't expect to make thousands of dollars every time you go to a market. Know that the market game goes up and down, but don't let it discourage you from continuously following your dreams, because anytime I had a bad market, there was a market after it that made up for it. You know what I mean? So there's a give and take to it. The next question I got was, what are some good display tips for beginners? So display, I'm assuming you mean like your booth. So I would say don't stress about having everything and anything at your booth. When I first started, and if I can find the picture, I'll put it up on the screen, I had mismatched table sheets that were like off-white and beige. I had wire racks. I had different sizes of plates, stuff that I had. I didn't go out and buy anything new. Those sheets were from my mom. And I think I got like a umbrella from Facebook Marketplace, and I just used what I could what I had. I went to the Dollar Tree and I got signs. I got chalkboard signs, and that is how I started. I think a good tip is knowing that everyone starts somewhere. You're not going to have everything, and as you start doing your markets and as you want to start investing back into your booth, I would say just take it one step at a time. That's what I did. I had to, I think, borrow tables at first. That is, yeah. And then I got my own tables, slowly got my own tablecloths. And then this year, I like finally like, and I've been doing markets for probably like 2 or 3 years now. And I think it's crazy to say that. So I've been doing it for like 2 or 3 years now. And I just like decided to make like a logo sign, the one that looks like that, but it's like line work here because I made a good friend here that decided to give it to me at a good price. So I guess my tip is just don't stress about it. It'll slowly come. Just make sure you put your best foot forward. Have a cohesive looking table, but don't think it has to be like you have to go out and spend hundreds of bucks, because then you're just like, it makes no sense. You won't make any profit in a long time. So just take your time. Don't rush. All right, third question. Why and when did I start crocheting? I started crocheting, oh my God, it's gonna be more than 2 years. A couple years ago. And I was working a clinic job. This is so cool because it's an updated like Q&A. I know a lot of the OGs are gonna know the answer to this. But I was working at a clinic. At the time, I used to work with kids on the spectrum. For the new people here, I graduated from Arizona State University with my bachelor's in exercise and wellness. And I would work with kids with autism, that with their cognitive and their physical health at a clinic. And I loved the kids, but I absolutely hated where I was. Well, I always get that confused. So, no, that's true. I worked at 2 clinics before I quit, but the second to last one I worked at, I hated it. I hated who I worked with, or at least who I worked for, and it was just horrible. So I started seeing pictures of like the usual like Rin.Meow cow that you see everyone makes, and I started really thinking about, oh my gosh, crocheting's so cool. That's so cute. I wonder if I can do that. I've always been like a quote unquote like crafty girl. Whenever I would make gifts and stuff, I always wanted them handmade. I would make things, especially for Oscar. So I kind of picked it up as a side job, and I quit that, horrible clinic job, and I found a really cool clinic job, working in the same thing with the kids, with one of my like coolest bosses and one of my best coworkers I ever got to work with. It was super fun, but I just felt like something was missing. And so when I started crocheting and I really started liking it and I started getting orders, I just kind of dove into it. I know some people are like, oh, how long did it take you to like quit your job and go full-time crochet? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. The minute I did my first market, and I made $840, I put my 2 weeks in, next day or the week after that. And it wasn't just because of that. I know it sounds kind of aggressive, and it was, but I genuinely was just I want to pursue this. I want to see where this goes. And at that point, I didn't even start YouTube. I just did my first market, and then I did my second one, and then I started filming my third market. No, I started filming my fourth market, I think. And yeah, it was kind of crazy. I jumped into it. Funny side note, the reason why I did end up quitting that job though was because my job I was at, the one that I loved, there was the owner of it, not my actual boss, my boss was just my supervisor, but like the owner of the nonprofit was stealing money, and he's a piece of shit. So people were going out without pay and stuff. So I got out of there before I could, you know, have my bounce check or my check bounce, because people's checks were bouncing, but that's a whole other story. But going on to the next question. I have stuffed and sewn up 4 froggies so far. Could tell yourself something before starting Refined Vibes, what would it be? Start sooner. Oh my gosh. I have met some of my closest friends because of Refined Vibes. I started Refined Vibes as just like kind of like an escape, not thinking anything of it. And I have met some of my closest friends. I know you guys are some of y'all are gonna roll your eyes and be like, oh my gosh, she's gonna bring it up. But yeah, my Patreon. I love my Patreon. My Patreon is a family. I think anyone and everyone who's been there can vouch. Like, it's just unreal. Like, everyone kind of goes to bat for each other. We're just there for each other in our darkest moments. I had one of the hardest days of my life, and in a while, a couple days before Christmas, and I had one of my close friends, the Whimsical Goblin, actually, like, mind you, they're like resting, you know, having a rest week off their work, and they took the time to listen to me and hear me out and validate my emotions, and I was spiraling, and I would have never met that person. I would never met the Whimsical Goblin without my Patreon and without starting Refined Vibes and its YouTube. So yeah, I wish I would have started it sooner. Number 5. What is the item you made that you're most proud of? My gosh, I feel like that's I think it just depends where I'm at, but right now, I would say something that I'm really, really proud of. It would be my moth, like my tapestry back there. I don't know if you can see it. It was my first, like, time doing a tapestry, and I decided to make that one my first one and not follow the color scheme of the pattern, and I was able to do it. The back isn't that great, but it looks cute. I mean, I think it does. The next question, how do you get over shyness of posting? I think once you take that little voice in the back of your head where you're worried about all those people that are gonna call you cringy, or you're worried about what everyone's gonna think, and when you're worrying about what everyone else is gonna say, I think that's kind of my biggest advice, is once you start, you know, forgetting about everyone in the background and you start remembering, you know, about yourself, and if this is something you really want to do and you really want to, you know, get on camera and you want to talk and you want to share your love for whatever you do, I think that's like kind of the biggest motivator. At least it was for me. Trust me, I hope this helps someone by me saying it, I got called cringy a lot. I got made fun of for starting YouTube. I had someone blatantly go out and say like, oh, she thinks, you know, she's famous because of all her like little followers. And I think at that point I had like 400 subscribers. And I remember at the beginning of it, it really did hurt me. But I was like, you know what? It is what it is. People are going to talk shit and it's fine. But now 2 years later, like, I'm sitting in my office. I do this full time. And I could give 2 fucks, you know? And you can just, I think you should prioritize yourself. And if that's the reason why you're shy to post, don't let it. But if you're just shy to post because you're shy to post, you don't even have to do like your face on camera. There's a lot of people who do just hands. You can start off with hands and then talk in the background or just do voiceovers. It's up to you. I think the coolest thing about social media is like you can do whatever you want with it. So the next question is from my girlfriend, from my firefighter that I have the biggest crush on, Endless Yarn. And they asked me if I would ever color my hair again. Probably. Knowing my ass, I'll get tired. Right now, I'm really vibing because I went through like the red hair and then my hair was like chocolatey brown, and right now it's kind of back to brown. And then it's gonna lighten up after a few washes because I just did a glaze. Knowing me, later on in like a few months, I'll probably like maybe get the itch to like do something different. I've never gone black, but it kind of scares me to go fully black because I've gone really, really dark brown to the point where it almost looked black. But after a few washes, it was brown. I've wanted to go black, but I'm scared that it's going to like, I'm going to want to go blonde right after that. I don't think I'd go blonde though. I don't know. But the answer is yes. With a thermal printer, do you have to have it connected to a shop for it to work? No. I have my thermal printer. Mine's a Moonbin. I have it in my Amazon storefront. It's like 89 bucks, I think, right now, which I think is a really good price for a thermal printer. If you don't know what a thermal printer is, it's basically like a prints with heat, and that's what you use with your shipping labels. So you're just able to have like kind of like a big sticker to put on your shipping labels, and it makes life a little bit easier than having to print out and then tape things out. You don't have to have it connected to a shop. You can just have it connected to your computer, and you can just print out random stuff. Question is from the Whimsical Goblin. And she asked me if there was anywhere in the world I could live, where would it be? But if I had to choose somewhere, it would be somewhere with a beach. Man, half of me like has always wanted to live in California, but it scares me. So I would say kind of in California, next to the beach. Probably, ooh, you know what? Me and Oscar and I went to Santa Clarita, California once, and I really liked the vibe of that place. It was really cute. I would live there. The next one is, how do you balance your relationship with your mom when you work together? So it's kind of, we make it as easy as we can for me and my mom. My mom and I have now been working together for as long as Refined Vibes has been open. And we haven't had any arguments, any disagreements because I kind of let her do whatever she wants. I don't put any pressure on her. I say, hey, crochet whatever you want, and I just will sell it for you. We'll work together. And that's how it's always been. Even when I was in Vegas and she's crocheted, now she'll tell me like, hey, are we missing something? Are we low on anything? I'm like, hey, like your tiny turtles, I only have like 20 of them left. So she'll make a bunch of them. And that's kind of how we balance it. We don't have any, I don't make it as serious as I think maybe some people think it is. My mom loves to crochet. My mom and I are both like full of anxiety, so this is our kind of our gateway, our getaway from things, and it just relaxes us. So we kind of balance. We don't have much to balance just because it's already balanced, if that makes sense. How many markets have I done this year? That is such a good question. I've done 14 markets this year. 4 of them were in November. My shirt was on backwards the whole time. That's not embarrassing at all. Next question is, any tips for selling online? I'm scared of all these Etsy fees. Etsy does have a lot of fees. I agree with you. That is why I have my own online shop. But I will say, just be aware that if you are going to do your own online shop, the difference between an online shop and having your Etsy is that Etsy already has all the people going there and your stuff might pop up. And having your own, you have to kind of have your own way of driving people to your online shop. But I honestly think to start out, Etsy's a great way to start. You should just charge enough for your items where it offsets it enough so that the fees don't affect you. Yes, your prices might seem a little bit higher, but at least you're not undercutting yourself. That's what helped me when I first started it. The next question is 2025 goals. I really like that question. Thank you. I have so many goals for 2025. I would hope that maybe there's a baby vibes in the future. Not in 2025. If it doesn't happen in 2025, maybe at the end of 2025. I would love to, I would love for Oscar and I to become parents. Oh my God, I might get a little emotional thinking about it. My PCOS journey has just been a little bit rough for me. And I'm not going to say rough because I've had a lot of wins. I've been getting a menstrual cycle and stuff, and I've been very happy, and I've been watching what I eat and just becoming the best, healthiest self of myself to create, just like a happy, healthy place for maybe a future baby. So that's my first 2025 goal for sure. My second one, at least for Refined Vibes, I want the Patreon group to grow. I want the Patreon family to we are at 800 members right now on Patreon, which I think is absolutely insane. In terms of crackheads, which is my 3rd tier, we're at almost 200 members. I would love to see that number double. I just think it's so cool. We have a retreat coming in September of 2025. I want this to be a bigger and better, even better than last year. Last year's was so perfect and I've learned. So my goal for this year is to like make that one even better. I have a lot more small businesses involved. I'm going to be gifting a lot of things to all my friends. We have people giving prize money. I don't know. It's just so cool. And I guess my goal is to just make sure that my group feels safe and feels loved, and we just grow that and share that, because I know that there's so many people who probably go out through their whole lives feeling like they're kind of left out. I know I did. I really had a really rough time making friends, keeping friends. And since I started this Patreon, I've met some of the most kind-hearted people. I've just met some of the most coolest down-to-earth people. And I guess for my goal for 2025 is to spread the word of it more, and just more people would want to join and find their place they can, call home, where we talk to each other every day. Every Monday we have our Zoom. Yeah. In terms of 2025 as a wife, I would want to become a little more patient, work on myself, work on my communication, and just be a better wife. I think I got blessed with an amazing husband. And I think it's funny because Oscar doesn't watch my videos, so he doesn't realize how nice I talk about him. But yeah, I want to be my best self for him. And I think this whole PCOS journey has really made me my emotions go up and down. And he's been the best sport through it all. And I'm just very grateful, and I want to be a better wife for sure in 2025. So yeah, I think that wraps it up. I have a couple things up my sleeve that I have for 2025 that it's a goal that my Patreoners already know about, that I'm emailing some companies about. So gotta join the Patreon to know that type of shit. So just saying. So yeah. The next question is, are you a planner person with schedule, brain dump on a paper, or to-do list person on a phone? I'm a to-do list person on paper. Someone asked, are you gonna do the market since you reached more than 300 on your YouTube video? Congrats. If you don't know what that person's talking about, there was my last market, and someone at my market came up to me and invited me to another market, and I said if that video were to get a 350 likes, I would do it. And now that video's at 1,000 likes. Thank you guys so much. The person who invited me never ended up reaching out to me, so I couldn't go because I didn't know where it was. Please don't kill me. I'm so sorry. I felt so bad. I literally pinned it though. Like I said, I was like, guys, don't kill me. Don't hate me. The organizer didn't get in contact with me. So, and it ended up working out because I needed a market prep and just have a reset from the 14 markets I did this year. I'm hoping for, going back to the last one, 2025, I want to hopefully do a lot more markets than just 25. I was doing one a month last year, and I did 4 in November. I would hope to do 2 to 3 a month this coming up year. My weekends, I'm gonna say goodbye to my weekends, but it's okay. Guys, I have fallen. I guess Oscar pushed me over, but Oscar got me a Stanley for Christmas. I have fallen to the cult of the Stanleys. Take me with you. I did get the one with this straw because I just like this kind of straw more. I won't lose it now. Hydration break. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Put the hook down. Cat, put the Red Bull down. Go get some water. Ay, ay, ay. The next question I have, don'ts for first-time crochet business owners. That's a good question. Don'ts. I'm trying to think of things that I wish I didn't do. I feel like don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Don't undercut yourself. Charge your worth. It's like with anything. I mean, people who don't understand handmade products, they're not going to understand it. But don't undercut yourself if you see someone make a face or talk about your price in front of you. It's going to happen if you sell at markets. It's happened to all of us. But just be sure in yourself. I think those are some of the biggest things. And do not, this is my thing, do not feel like you have to compete with the crocheter. This world is big enough for all of us to win. I do not believe in the competition mindset. I'm very much community over competition every single day. If you see a crocheter at a market, smile, wave, talk to them, because that person's a part of your community. That person does the same craft as you. You guys can bond over something like that. This year, I'm going to tell you something. The crocheters here in Arizona, at least some of them, did not pass the vibe check for me. The crocheters in Vegas were so nice. And I'm not talking about all the crocheters in Arizona. Don't come at me. But, yeah, I've experienced a little bit more of turmoil here. And I think for those of you who are starting out with your crochet business, don't be that person. Please. Do not go to a market and be upset that there's another crocheter there. Now, if your organizer groups you up and all of y'all are right next to each other, I can see why that would maybe bother you. Because, hey, it's like, dude, spread us out a little bit, but that's your organizer's fault, not the crocheter's fault. Remember that. Endless yarn. Another question from you. I'm glad to see you back. She asked, what's my favorite part of the holidays? I think my favorite part of the holidays is just seeing everyone together and just having a really good time and just seeing how, the year's ending. The holidays to me means a new year's coming, and I just get excited to see the growth of everyone, see where everyone's at. And yeah, I just love all of us being together. Next question's also from Alyssa. Will you be getting another dog anytime soon? So for everyone that's new, I am a dog mom. I was a dog mom so when I went to Vegas, I was a dog mom of 2. When I came back from Vegas and moved back to Arizona, I became a mom. I was a mom of 3 dogs. And now when I moved back to Arizona, I gave myself a gift and I got a son. So my 3 dogs that I had were 3 girls. And then I just got my first son, and he's about 4 months old. No, he's 5 months now. He's huge. He's 49 pounds. I have 4 dogs. My oldest and firstborn is Tinky Wink. She is my Chihuahua. She is probably like 14, 15 years old. She moves really, really well, and she's my firstborn. I had my secondborn, which is Minnie Win, who is the epitome of a middle child. She sucks, but I love her so much. She's the princess of the house. I actually do think she's going blind in both eyes, which makes me really sad. Just because it means that she's getting older. She's been running into walls and stuff. She is going to be 10. She's a Maltese. I have Chai, who's 2 years old, who's my service dog, is my Labradoodle. I don't think I've shared this before, but Chai is for my PTSD. If you're an OG, I've shared a lot of stuff I've been through in life, and I got Chai trained to help me with any of my panic attacks or episodes that I might have. She's been awesome. She's with me right now. She's always in the office with me. And then when I moved to Vegas, or moved back, I got my boy Cookie. Cookie is the actual bane of my existence, wreaking tremendous hell on my life. He's a piece of shit that I love. So I wanted a 5th dog. I genuinely do want a 5th dog. But Oscar and I came to the agreement that, we need to just focus on 4. But I would love to open my heart up to another dog. If y'all can convince Oscar, tell him to get me a baby dachshund, like a little dachshund. I would love a little wiener dog. I have a little piece of heart right here for it. But I don't think I'm going to get any dogs. So no, I don't plan on getting any dogs. Another Patreoner, a lot of these questions are from Patreoners, so I love you guys. It's from Danielle, and Danielle asked, what are you looking forward to most of 2025? I think having more control over my PCOS, I'm super excited because I'm going into the new year with my PCOS coach, Sonia. I get a lot of questions about my PCOS journey. I am working with a coach who is a nutritionist. She helps me. So far, I've been working with her for a few months and I've lost 22 pounds. I don't know if you guys can tell the difference in my face. I can see these little lines now. And I'm going to try to lose another 20 to 25 pounds if I can. And I'm going to be going into the new year with her as well. So I just think I'm going to grab PCOS by the fucking balls and say, fuck you. And I'm going to do it. Because I have been doing it. So I'm most excited to see my body and see, you know, how life is with having control over my hormones rather than them controlling me. Someone said, not a question, but you should film a tattoo diary video soon. Currently getting a tattoo right now. Oh my gosh, what did you get? So I've been getting tattoos since I was 18. I am now 25, about to be going into the in 2025, I'm gonna be 26. Oh my god. I will show you guys. My first tattoo is right here. It is in cursive. It's a little blown out now. I mean, it's my first tattoo. I went to someone random. It's a way of life. That's just how it works. So I got this one. It says, where there is no struggle, there is no strength. I got this tattoo in remembrance for my best friend that's in the sky. I won't go into too many details, but my best friend passed away when I was very young, when I was about 14, turning 15. She passed away. If you guys have seen my crochet hooks that I did with O-Fire, the Lucia Refined Vibes times O-Fire Co., and we donated to a charity for sexual violence. It was for her. I wanted to have her in mind when I had that huge opportunity. So a lot of things that I do in life is for her. So I have that tattoo. That was my first tattoo. I'm not going to go in order from the rest of my tattoos because I don't really remember in what order I got them. I do think, man, can I remember? I think this was my second tattoo, this big one. This is like my biggest tattoo. Everyone in my life was like, girl, do not get that tattoo. Do not tattoo your arms. You're not going to be able to get a job. People are going to look at you differently. Blah, 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 blah. But I got it because I do whatever the hell I want. These are like my peonies that I got from a tattoo artist here in Arizona when I was really young. And after I got this one, I started getting, well, actually, I have a tattoo that's under this leaf, but I covered it up because the tattoo artist did an absolute horrible job. And after that horrible job, it was supposed to be a sun. But after that, I never went to anyone I didn't know of a tattooer. I learned my lesson. So I got it actually, like, this wasn't a cover up, but I just asked them to cover that piece up. Then I have a moon right here. One of my childhood best friends, Alexa, she's my moon. I got that for her. I got this on Friday the 13th. It's just fearless. It was just literally a one I picked out. The girl who did this big one did all of these like tiny ones. Did this one, did that one. I got, let's see. Oh, this one I got with an ex-best friend on Friday the 13th. They also got this. So we twinned for a bit, but I wish her the worst. So moving on. I'm so sorry. Anyways, so let's see. I got, so it's so funny. So all those that I just showed you were from Arizona, okay? Then all the rest of these that I'm showing you are all from Vegas. So I was in Vegas for 3 years. I got all of these while I was in Vegas. So I got all these that are on my hands. If you guys see my logo, you'll see the 7 and this flower. So I got this from, my friend actually tattooed this on me. Laura, she's a tattoo artist in Vegas. So I got my mom and my sister's birth flowers. So this is my mom's birth flower. This is my dad's favorite number, 7. And then this is my sister's birth flower, December. And then this one's February. And then my tattoo artist, my friend, she didn't really like this space because there was nothing there. And she was like, and I got this for my birthday to myself. And she was like, if you pick a random word, I'll put it on you so that it fits better. And she gave it to me for free. And it's just amore. Because I was like, it's my family. Amor. Love. Make it make sense. Not all of my tattoos have meaning. Like, I just wanted to do this one because I just felt like I don't know. I just wanted it. These ones have a little bit of meaning. They're like to my family. This one don't mean shit. Let's see. fearless don't mean shit. I mean, I am fearless now. I used to be afraid of everything. Let's see, what's next? I got this fish. It's like a little fishy fish with flowers. Thought they were super cute. Again, my friend Laura did this on me. Then I got a cow. I love cows. When I was younger and I went to Mexico for a summer, I used to go to with my grandpa. We would go on the vuelta. So I would go with him to work, and I would not be working. My grandpa kept treating me like a princess, but we would go feed all his cows. He had like 30 cows, and I loved all of them. And my logo has a cow. Me and my sister, when we were younger, we used to watch WWE with my dad, and we gave each other the names. She was Super Cow, I was Super Mini Cow. So for me, that's why I wanted to get a little cow on me, because I love them. I love them so much. And then I put it in my logo for that reason, to have a little piece of everyone in there. Because some of my favorite, like, happiest memories was me, my sister, and my dad all just, like, wrestling and, like, just fighting and doing all that stuff. It was just so fun. So I have that one. The next one I got was this one. This one was from a tattoo artist in Vegas. Her name was Cherie. Super cute. She wanted a tattoo model, and I literally I think this was like right after I dyed my hair red randomly. I was going through something, I think, and then I saw her open a tattoo call, and I was like, can I do this? And she's like, sure. And she did it in front of like 10 people. And I met the girl that did my eyebrows, like tattooed my eyebrows, was a student, because she would do permanent makeup, so then she wanted to do tattoos. Kind of cool. The next ones I did were my babies. So this is Tinky, who I talked about. We have Minnie, and we have Chai. And then I have, this is from, all these tattoos are from another tattoo artist. His name is June. He's Korean. He was so cool. Love him. He works at the same place as my friend Laura. Laura also did this tattoo on me. It says Deathbed. I get asked a lot, why the hell do I have Deathbed tattooed on me? I put Deathbed on me just because I was a chronic overthinker, and some people probably think this is stupid. I really don't give two fucks what you think. But, I got this because I used to be an overthinker, and I used to, like, literally, like, spaz out and cry about a lot of shit and worry about what everyone thought about me. So I realized whatever thing I'm going through, whatever era I am in my life, or whatever's going on, I really have to kind of center myself and think, is this shit gonna matter on my deathbed? Like, when I'm dying, is this decision I make going to negatively or positively impact my mind when I am on my deathbed? And if it's not, I move on, push it, keep it moving. And I really love it. I did have someone ask me, like, when did these dogs die? Because, you know, my dogs are around the word deathbed, but I'm like, you're really reading into that too much, sweetheart. But yeah, let me see. I think I showed you. Before I show you that one, I have one little one on my ankle. It's a little cactus that I got on Friday the 13th. And I got this on just because, you know, Arizona girl. I was moving away and I was like, gotta remember I'm from Arizona. And I got this one. This is my most recent tattoo. And this is my Medusa. June, who did my dog tattoos, also did this for me, and he put the most beautiful flowers. And this is my most favorite tattoo to date right now. This one visually is my most favorite, and then this one on my first tattoo, even though visually I don't love it anymore that much, I still like it. I don't hate it. But I'll always love the meaning of it. But that's my quick little tattoo tour. It was like 8 minutes. Not too bad. I was able to get through most of the leggy froggies. I'm only missing 2. So I want to say thank you guys so much for this year. I want to say I appreciate every single one who comes back and decides to watch my videos. Every single one of you who is a new subscriber, who decides to hit the button that looks like this and give me the like button. It means so much to me. Also, the people who go out of their way to check out Patreon and give it a chance and realize, like, hey, these are my people. I can't thank you enough. My life has changed because of all of you here, sitting here, who are crocheting, who are doing their small businesses, whatever you're doing. You decided to sit there and click on my video, and I just can't thank you guys enough. You guys have changed my life so much. I don't know where my life would be right now without you guys, so I just want you guys to know how appreciative I am of you guys. Especially y'all who, like, go out of your way and comment, like, that you guys don't care about the way I speak, or you guys don't judge me. You guys literally just accept me for who I am, and I really enjoy all of you guys. I really, really do. Like, Oscar and I are just extremely grateful. I love you guys. Happy New Year. Here's to the next market day. Here's to the next market prep video, and to the new year. I love you guys so, so much. Bye.